All right, today we're going to discuss operating policies and procedures and why it's so important you A, have them in your business or your side hustle, and then B, that you make sure you enforce them. Hi, I'm Emily. I own a handful of side hustles on TikTok. I show beginners how you can make extra money from home running some easy side hustles. So follow along if you're interested. Okay, so policies and procedures, I know it's kind of a boring thing. People don't like to get into it. They feel overwhelmed. It does not have to be some super in-depth document. Usually they're things that you learn along the way that you realize are boundaries and rules for your business because A, they either protect you and your business, or B, the customer, or C, all of the above. It can be hard for people pleasers to enforce these, myself included, although hitting my 40s definitely helped because now I just don't care. But you will realize that you will come across customers that are constantly trying to push your boundaries and your rules. Do not do it. Do not cave because A, you're usually compromising safety. And B, those people end up being the worst customers. They are so much work. They're always asking you to compromise things you're comfortable with. Do not do it. Let me give you a couple of examples. In our video game truck business, we do not park our mobile video game truck on private property. There is a reason for this. It is huge liability, huge. Our insurance company is like, no, don't do it. Just keep your game truck parked on the street. As soon as you start trying to back onto a customer's property, there is so much more liability for us and for the customer. And I have people that get mad. They're like, I just want you to pull the game truck in our backyard. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's say we run over a sprinkler system or a water line that you gave us permission to drive, but who is liable? You're gonna sue us to replace that. God forbid there's kids running around or animals that we could accident. Like, absolutely not. We will not do it. It's too much liability. And I have people that are like, well, I'm just gonna call another truck company. Okay, call it. There's like 5 or 6 here, and I only think one of them does it because the liability is so high, and I don't even care. I don't care about losing that business. And let me explain something to you. If we pull our game truck into your backyard and we don't do anything wrong and everything is fine, but let's say a kid steps out of the game truck and breaks his ankle, those parents can sue the homeowner and their homeowner's insurance for that broken ankle. The liability is not only on us, it's also on the homeowner. You don't want us on your property either. It's very important that you stick to these boundaries because they're there for a reason. They're in every industry. You're gonna come across rules that you pick, and they're there for a reason. You will find customers that try and push those. With the foam, we've had people asking if we could do a foam party over a pool. Absolutely not, because then you can't see who's in the water. A child could easily drown. These rules are here for your safety and our safety. I put policies in place for the party rental business and things that are not even for safety, but for safety for me or my life. No, you cannot come pick up something at my house at 10:30 at night. I don't want a stranger wandering around my property at 10:30 at night. Those policies and procedures are in place for a reason. These are things that will come up that you will learn as you're doing business, that something will happen and you'll be like, oh, that's a new rule because that caused XYZ. You will always have customers that push your boundary. Do not be afraid to say, no, I'm not doing that. This is our policy. Plus, when you have a policy, it's much easier to say, no, our policy is XYZ. We are not doing that. Than to be like, well, I don't really want to. If you're a people pleaser, you have a hard time saying, I feel uncomfortable with that. It's much easier to just say, no, our policy is this, and we stick to that for a reason. So do not be afraid to do that. As you come up with things along the way, write them down if you want to, but don't let customers push you out of your comfort zone, especially when it comes to safety. On Facebook Marketplace, especially, you will have people that do this all the time. Just know, do not do it. They are the biggest paying customers, and especially when it comes to things like deposits, contracts, things along those lines that you know are there to protect your business. Do not make exceptions. It can be hard, but it's really good for you, and it's liberating when you tell a customer, nope, I'm not doing that. This is my business. I'm not doing it. So make sure you stick to your guns. All right, ask me any questions you've got.